Do you guys have any like, I don't know, book to movie adaptations that you hate? Where you're like, oh my God, I love this book. They absolutely trashed my favorite book.
I have one.
What?
The Giver. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift is in that movie.
Yeah.
Right.
And I remember reading.
OMG.
I know.
Yeah.
And the main guy, cute. But I remember reading that book when I was in middle school and being like, this is actually beautiful. Because it was about books. And it was about like, obviously it's like one of those books that's like banned now. In a very real way. But I remember loving the book and then seeing the movie and being like, and what's going on? It was really, really weird. But yeah, that was, and no one talks about it now. Notice.
Right.
Because it's weird. I also learned that I like this one though. Journey to the Center of the Earth. That was a book.
I love that movie.
I know.
Brendan
And
Fraser?
Yes, the movie is phenomenal. And one of the girls in the office this week was talking about it and she said that the book was horrible. I never read the book. I didn't know it was a book. But she said that the movie was like way better.
The movie was better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Me personally, Percy Jackson, the first movie, I was addicted to that movie. And then I read the books.
Right.
I read the books so much later because I was so addicted to the movie and everyone was like, the movie sucks.
Yeah.
And I was like, absolutely not letting you guys ruin this for me. And then I just had to know.
Yeah.
So I read the books and I said, dang, what a letdown.
It'd make me imprint on Logan Lerman in a very real way. So for that reason, love.
Love.
Love. We'll always love Percy Jackson. But the books were amazing. Are amazing.
I mean, there were some obvious ones, but I'm like, what else?
Book to movie adaptations that you hate.
I mean, the whole Divergent of it all.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm like, it's obvious.
That is a
and we'll
bummer.
speak on it. We'll speak on it. But like, they really, and sometimes it's like, how did you screw that up so bad?
Yeah. The first one, so promising.
So promising.
And they didn't even finish it. It was so bad they didn't even finish it.
That was crazy.
Right.
We had Theo James though.
I do think Veronica Roth ruined it,
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah. But you have Theo James to work with.
Yeah.
Right.
But like when you ruin the plot of a book, that's why you should never make a movie adaptation before the series is over. Looking at you, Game of Thrones.
I was going to say, actually, if we're going to speak on it, we can speak on Game of Thrones.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Which is so crazy because the majority of that series is so incredible.
I know.
And all people have to say about it is they ruined it because it's not finished.
Exactly.
And it
And
was
I'm looking
trash.
at you, George R.R.
Right.
Get to writing.
He didn't have
What are you
anything to
doing?
say.
Right.
He doesn't. Yeah.
Part of me, I saw a theory once that was like he soft launched like his ending with the show to see how it was received. And because it was received so poorly, he
He was
changed
like,
the whole thing.
that's so funny.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll ever finish it.
I don't think
Same.
so either.
Like, what's the point anyway?
Right. Show's over.
People
I
are
mean,
over it.
18 years or so.
Right.
Right.
I mean, I will read everything SJM writes for the rest of my life.
I was
but
literally
like,
just thinking if she waited 20 years, I would still read a book.
right.
Yeah, that's true.
So whatever.
Hey, welcome to Always Booked. I'm Olivia.
I'm Emily.
I'm Hannah.
I'm Danny.
And today we're talking about book to movie or show adaptations. Good ones, bad ones, what makes it work, and what are our favorites?
What do we want to see, maybe?
Throwing a glass.
We all have the
Next.
same
Yeah.
answer. Yeah.
Absolutely, we'll
Yeah.
all say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Book to movie adaptations are so hard. Like there are just so many different factors of every, like you have so many different points of view because hey, guarantee in this room, we all picture the same character different.
Yeah, for sure.
We picture him different and guess what? He's not real. So
Right.
there's that. And then we picture the city different. And like there are just so
maybe it's like
many elements.
sci-fi, fantasy, dystopian that's hard. Do you think like romance novels? Like,
I think everyone was mad at Blake Lively's wardrobe and It Ends With Us and her
right.
hair.
And I don't think
and-
that was hard to figure out. They just made stupid decisions.
Right.
Do you think it's because the people writing the screenplays or the decision makers in movies didn't read the book first?
I think
Like, I'm sure they read it
Before
obviously
they
in
buy it?
preparation. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question.
Or,
I think they read it. I think that's probably like pretty required.
What
'Cause-
inspires them to want to?
Yeah. I think of Reese Witherspoon. She like
Yeah.
only produces things she reads.
Yeah.
So
Well, I think it's also like the pacing of movies is so different than the pacing of books, not to
sure.
mention the time. that you have like with an audience is so different.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly that has to be part of why it's so difficult.
And like, well, there's also like things that take you a long time to read in a book. So like setting, descriptions, emotion, you get like a split second in
That's
a
so
movie
true.
to like describe. Like a paragraph, a page worth of description is worth like 2 seconds of screen time.
right.
Mhm.
So
Or
it's
like
just-
inner monologue that how do you do that?
exactly.
Yeah.
And like that, hey, actors, props to you guys.
Right.
But just like sometimes you have to create filler content, and then other times you have to like cut things out and slice and dice
Right.
to like really tell the story. That's a good question. Actually, do you guys think all book adaptations and movie adaptations have the same end goal? Like, are they telling the same story all the time?
Not always.
I think that's so interesting.
Yeah. I think that's also why some of them fail, because they're not trying to tell the same story anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember seeing a YouTube video with the guy who directed the last 2 Hunger Games movies, which is Catching Fire and Mockingjay, part 1 and 2. And he was talking about his regret as a director having Mockingjay be in 2 parts. And I thought that was really interesting because I've
Interesting.
never heard that before. And he was saying that he felt similarly, that like the point of Mockingjay was to have this like, you know, girl who's literally like fighting against her government, realizing what true evil actually is, which is, you know, what's that other president?
Coin
Was like the true evil that she, you know, had to face or whatever. And like all these things. And he said splitting the movie into 2, which is something that the books didn't do,
Mm-hmm.
took away from like the emotional weight and like
Sure.
the intensity from it. And he said splitting it up, he said there was not enough content that we had to work with to make it 2 movies. And I just thought that was really interesting for a director to like
But it was
explicitly
too much
say
for
that.
one.
That it was, yeah,
which
but
sounds right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so he was saying like it was just, it should have been, he said he would have rather had made a longer movie than make, because I think they're about like 2 hours each.
Right.
And I think he would have said, I would rather have the movie be like almost 3 hours than
Yeah.
it be and then it be 2 movies. Because he said the second movie, like the payoff is not nearly where it is
Right.
in the books.
Right.
And like he basically acknowledges that like it stops being, because of how much to add and like put the fluff around all this stuff, it stopped being about like the point of the book
Yeah.
itself. So I was like, oh, okay, that's really interesting.
But
That
then
is
when you
interesting.
factor in like the money making element of it
Yeah.
all,
Right.
it's like, oh, well, I'm not going to do one long one if I can sell tickets to 2 separate movies over
Right.
3 years or whatever it is.
I do think the 2 movie series, so that I am a proponent of, I loved Mockingjay being in 2 parts. I understand that you lose the emotional like weight, but Mockingjay was such a hard book for me to read and like really like wrap my head around, which is not everyone's case, but like for me, that's how it felt. And so I loved the 2 parts of Mockingjay. And I love Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 1 and 2. I like that being in 2 parts.
That was fun.
And
Yeah,
that one was
I like
almost
that
like
one.
it needed more story. So like,
Yeah.
thank God they added it.
because that's a thick book.
Right.
Whereas like Mockingjay is not.
Yeah,
So I
it's not.
understand.
But I think overall, like I would say the Hunger Games movie adaptation is one that got it right.
Absolutely.
In my
I think
opinion.
so,
Yeah.
too.
And that's why they can keep going.
Right.
That's why Suzanne Collins can announce a book and a movie drop on the same day.
Right.
Mhm.
What do you think made it work? Like, what do you think was right about that adaptation?
I don't think they took a lot of creative licensing
Yeah.
with it.
Mm-hmm.
Agree.
They stuck pretty close.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how many movie sets don't have the author on hand either. Because I think Suzanne is like really involved.
And I would think some of them probably don't want them
Yeah.
because different
yeah.
goals. They're like, whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I just feel like the topic was really like interesting. And I feel like it's something that is always going to be relevant of
Mhm.
like fighting the government. You
For
know what I
sure.
mean? And like, and also like truly like what is right, you know? So I feel like that was, I feel like that also played a part into like, I guess like the overall message was like very timeless, but also much heavier than any other children's book. It felt like this was a
Right.
first like young adult kids book that wasn't actually like pandering to children, if that makes any sense. Like it wasn't mincing words. Like this was about a government willingly sending kids to die.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like all the other ones before were kind of a little bit like not shielded, but they were just talking about it differently. Like they had the guise of magic or the guise of whatever to make it like more enticing to kids and like more kind of like fun. And this just was not fun.
It was
the
just
whole
telling you.
time.
It was like, this could happen to you.
Right.
Yeah, this is future America.
I am
Right.
constantly in awe thinking of like movies that make it all the way through the series.
Yeah.
And because I think of Harry Potter, that is a 7-book
So
series,
many books,
8 movie series, like, and they're all well done. They
same cast as
the
well.
same cast as well. Like,
Which is, I think, a critical piece to a adaptation being successful.
but like, how do you do that? Like, that is the success of Harry Potter is just so shocking to me because you have an audience there for 8 movies. And like they're all good. Like people have like their qualms about like Order of the Phoenix missing so much like context, but like what do you decide goes in there?
Yeah.
You know?
That is part of it. Like, what do you decide? And even for the Hunger Games, obviously there's so many things left out and things done a little bit differently than the books, but it still has like the overall plot and tone and feeling and message and goal as the books. And I think that's why it's done so well. And the casting too. Like Jennifer Lawrence was like Katniss. She was amazing. And I think that plays a big role too. Because to your point, like the actors have to do the inner monologue on their face.
Right.
Or whatever it is. Like they have to be capable of doing it.
I'm just constantly mind boggled. I will always watch a book to movie adaptation.
That I really enjoyed as well. Kind of like fell off the tracks as they kept on going, but The Maze Runner. That first movie was, I loved those books, but that first movie was so much fun. I thought all of again, another really, I feel like books like this kind of popped up after Hunger Games did so well of like kids being in like dire situations. Yeah, dystopian.
It had its moment.
Yeah,
I was there.
Push out. But yeah, I just thought that book was so fun. But yeah, as it kind of went on, again, similar thing where like the government is using children, they're hiding information, all of that. But I think as the movies went on, they also lost the plot and they started getting kind of like almost silly in a way.
They got kooky.
Yeah, they got silly where like the books never felt silly.
Yeah.
And
I did feel like the books lost the plot though. After like the second one, I'm like,
I felt that way as well.
or maybe the third one. How many are there?
I think there's 3.
Yeah, I think
No, 3?
after the second one, it got a little.
There's
After the second one.
green one,
yeah.
the red one, and the blue one. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Torch Trials.
It's like zombies.
Zombies
Yeah,
was.
Scorched
Second.
No.
Oh, I was gonna say third.
Oh, really?
Well,
No, second.
I don't remember.
I don't like a book about being in a simulation at the end of the day.
Sure.
That's fair.
yeah. And you find that out at the end of book
Fun.
1, right?
But
Yeah.
it did start so promising.
It did.
in the first movie, and then it was just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was
and the
fun.
same with Divergent.
Same with Divergent.
So I would put those in the category of like did
Bad
not
ones.
work.
But it
Yeah.
was,
But again,
cooking.
Hunger Games was top tier.
Yeah.
And then all like the copycats. No offense.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, there's
And
an
it's-
audience,
Right.
So of course
They're gonna
like
capitalize on it.
go
Right.
for it.
But I love the Divergent books.
Those are good.
Oh.
No,
I
and
love
right.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the show or the movies, I was like,
Trash.
The last
interested.
book really didn't do it. Again, I don't like being in a simulation.
Yeah. Right.
Another one that I think did work. Little Women.
Oh,
Greta
of course.
Gerwig. We have to speak
Classic.
on it. We have to speak on it because it means so much to us.
Right. Well, there's like the huge divide, the generational divide of like Winona Ryder, Little Women, or like the new one.
And I think that just goes to like sentimentally, I'm attached to this one, not like this one's bad.
right.
Just
Right.
my feelings.
This-
are
Well,
attached to
some
this
people
one.
do think the Greta Gerwig one is bad.
That's insane.
I
Well,
agree.
Okay.
Speak on it. You know some of these people.
This is my magnum opus. This is my soapbox. This conversation is so important to me. This is kind of why I ask, like, how do you feel about books and movies that diverge from like original intent?
Mm-hmm.
Because Little Women's a classic, and at the end of the day, it is Louisa May Alcott's story.
Mhm.
It's a story about her life. It's the story that it's not a direct translation of her life, but it's the story she wanted her life to be,
Right.
essentially. Greta Gerwig's version has more of a feminist angle to it. So like Amy has this conversation with Lori, and it's birthed from Meryl Streep being like, we need to talk about women's role in society at this time. And it's when Amy's like, I want to be great or nothing. I'm going to hang up my art and be an ornament to society because guess what? I can't have my own children. They're my husband's. I don't have my own money. It's my husband's. So I'm going to work in that system. And so one of the conversations that I have a lot is that literature can transcend original intent. Like, wouldn't you want your book that you wrote hundreds of years ago? I don't think it's hundreds of years ago. Yeah, it is.
At this point, yeah.
Yeah. Don't you want this book to reach and touch the modern woman?
Yeah, you want it to be timeless.
It is, and it is timeless, I think. So Greta Gerwig's adaptation is not the purest version of this book, but it is bringing this book into the modern woman's life. So you can say that she changed Jo, but did she? Do you think Jo wouldn't have been a feminist?
Right. I think it's, to your point, yes, it changes from the original text, but it is achieving the same goal as the original book.
Yes. In our context. Now it's
Yes.
serving a different audience.
Right.
Right. Which I would say the point of all art is to serve the audience.
Right.
It only serves the artist as they're producing it. And then once they release it, now it belongs to everybody else.
And the pushback I get is that wouldn't you want to preserve this person's legacy of what they wrote? Because shouldn't what they already wrote translate in that way?
I think that's such a silly argument. I think it's silly because it's like, well, sure, in an ideal world, yeah, I would love for someone 200 years from now to appreciate what I say, but like, be so for real. Instead, wouldn't you rather your art live on in different ways so it connects with more people rather than people be like, oh, I value Olivia so much. I want to, I want the integrity of this. It's like, no, I want people to value the story, the message, the goal, the plot more than me
when we stick
as an author.
I agree. When we stick to the purest version, we lose the context that it was originally written in, because the context that it's originally written in is that her family, they were an activist family. So like if you read Louisa May Alcott's work, you would understand her characters because you understand their family and the context because you are also living that, versus us now, like hundreds of years removed. We kind of need that explicitly written out because we're just watching this movie and like understanding or reading this book and just kind of like understanding what we're being told versus like the context it's being told in. So that is the argument that I get.
It's so funny though too, because I feel like the movie works too because it was written for fans of the book. Like I remember watching it with people that have not read it or like have context on it, and they're like, "What the heck is going on?" And it's like, oh, okay, yeah. If you're not familiar with the story and what's going on, it takes a while to realize like, oh, we have different timelines. We have different like all this sort of stuff, and they don't have the context going into it. So I could see the purest thing for sure, but then it's like, to me, it was obviously written for people with context for the story, fan or not, I guess.
Yeah, I love one of the best, most beautiful storytelling. This is another thing like movies get to do is they can like mess with the timeline a lot. I think the Greta Gerwig version is the most beautiful storytelling that has ever existed.
It's just so pretty.
I will never forget the coming down the stairs. Chills, full body, right here.
It's just gorgeous, yeah.
And like the coloring for you to like know what time they're in, and just like, I love it. I love it. I also love, again, I could talk about this forever. I love that there is a self-insert Louisa May Alcott version of Jo when every time she's interfacing with the publisher.
Yeah.
It's going to drive me crazy. Anyways, every time she's interfacing with the publisher, I read that as like, this is Louisa May Alcott selling Little Women.
Right.
Like, absolutely. And then, so you then get to see Jo fall in love at the end, which Louisa May Alcott never married. And so you get this conversation of, so you want me to sell my heroine in for money?
Right.
The love for money.
Right.
And he's like, it's poetic. And the people will love it. And so you get this, like, Louisa May Alcott never married, but her character went off to have, like, a happily ever after.
Mm-hmm.
And you never really know, like, that's where fiction begins, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love that storytelling. And again, not something you get just reading the book.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Additional context and, like, really getting to bring Louisa May Alcott to life
Mm-hmm.
in the movie. So,
I guess it's just, the expectation
yeah.
of the
Mhm.
person going in. Like, you want the pure form of what you know and love, or you're open to, like, expression and all that.
Right. And I just think it touches the modern day woman more.
I know.
And isn't that the point?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
whole point.
It is
Yeah.
100%.
But I get
Women-
people being purists too, because I'm purist about some things too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I get it if that's what you love.
Yeah. I think we can do this with, like, The Hunger Games because it is a modern book. It's not a classic. I think classics and, like, more contemporary things have less leeway when it comes to
Yeah.
Okay, well, Pride and Prejudice.
Expansion.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's another one?
Do you think that one worked or didn't work?
Worked for me.
Still
Worked for
holds
me.
up. Still holds up. That one is a
Timeless
classic.
classic.
Yeah.
Hood classic.
It's a hood classic in the romance aspect for sure for me. But if it's trying to say anything more, that's lost on me.
Yeah, I would agree. I don't know if there's like a greater.
It's been
point
so
or
long since I read the
anything,
book.
really.
I don't, and I've seen
know.
the movie so
Right.
many times. I'm
You're
like,
like,
I don't
that
even
is
remember.
truth.
Yeah.
I'm really curious about the Wuthering Heights with Jacob Elordi and Margot Robbie that's
Yeah.
coming out
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
Wuthering Heights is my favorite. And
But
that's
they're not calling it that.
yeah, they are.
They are?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I thought I had a different name.
No, they're calling it Wuthering Heights.
Crazy.
But, like, that's a commentary on, like, race
No,
and, like,
yeah.
class. So, like, I wonder how that translates.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
On a more modern note, The Summer I Turned Pretty. That's a book to TV show adaptation. And I did, after the first season, I read all the books. And the show isn't that good
Yeah.
compared to the books. Which, like, again, is it about anything more than what it's about? Than multiple love triangles? No.
It's not.
No, it's not.
Jenny Han is on set, though.
And Jenny Han is on set, and maybe she needs to put the phone down and, like, also, like, let the cooks, like, be, like, cook. You know what I mean?
Add a little zhuzh
Yeah,
to it.
because I don't know. I just think, like, specifically in that series, in The Summer I Turned Pretty, I feel like in the books you get a deeper understanding of her relationships that Belly has, like, the brothers,
Mhm.
as just, like, friends or, like, figures in her life. And the show, like, escalates everything emotionally,
Right.
which we had this discussion because we're watching the episode. But it is just one of those things where, like, she has, like, intimate relationships with both the brothers immediately, and, like, all these kinds of things that happen that don't happen in the books that really, like, subtract away from I think what makes the story so fun is, like, these boys, like, actually are in love with her. Do you know what I mean? For
Yeah.
who she is. So yeah, I don't know. It was just, like, it's weird to watch that. And, like, I don't know. Like, it was just weird. I wanted, like, something sweet, wholesome.
It's also like, what we're asking the question, like, what works, what doesn't.
Mm.
And it's like, okay, well, what are we defining that as? Because you're saying, like, it doesn't work because it's not. But then there's, like, this whole fandom of
No,
people
right.
obsessed with the show.
But
I
I
was
think
like-
they're separate things. Like, they're so
For sure.
different. Like,
Yeah.
the show and the books, I wouldn't even put them in the same, like, category. Like, they're
Yeah.
just different. And so, yeah, I feel like what has happened with The Summer I Turned Pretty is there's two sectors of fans where, like, you liked the books
Yeah.
and you like the show separately. And that's kind of how it is. Or you, like, love the show and you don't read. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you just love the
You
show.
just like what- yeah,
yeah,
it's
which
just
is
fun.
like slay. Like, that's fine.
For sure.
But yeah, I don't know. I just think it is one of those
Yeah.
weird ones. But always been a Conrad girl, for the record. Okay.
He's so insufferable in the show.
He's insufferable with the book too.
Gosh, but like
love.
his face with the attitude in the show, I'm just like, my gosh. Oh, he's cute. No, he's not. He pouts all the time.
Love.
I feel so seen right now.
Yeah, Jeremiah girl.
Emily?
Emily?
I hate them both.
Right.
Right.
I'm a Steven girl.
For the
at
2
end of the
episodes
day.
I've ever seen,
right.
which
We
are
have
in the
made-
current season.
We have
So-
made Emily, like, watch The Summer I Turned Pretty. And Hannah. Hannah doesn't really care very much.
I don't care. I've sat. I've seen every. Actually, I don't think I saw like the last few episodes of last season, but like, I've seen every this season. So,
did you guys do Where the Crawdads Sing? Did you
Yeah,
guys read that?
I didn't read
No.
it, but I saw it.
loved that movie though.
Really great
Saw it
movie.
3 times.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
great movie.
I think I would put it in the category of does work.
It
I
feels
agree.
like that.
Mhm.
But didn't they change the ending? The movie changed the ending from the book.
No, they didn't. How it gets there
Right.
is different, but the ending
Yeah.
is still
That's
the
what
same.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like overall, watching the movie felt a lot like reading the book.
Yeah.
And maybe it is because it's a modern day, like The Girl in the Marsh. It's not
Yeah.
that difficult.
Yeah.
Sort of situation. But I do remember at the end, I was bummed about it because the way it gets there is different.
Yeah.
And when you read it in the book, it's like, oh, this is so good. And in the movie, it's just kind of like, all right.
Right.
There's more twists and turns in the
Right.
book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like,
I did
Does
love
work, I
that
guess.
movie though.
yeah.
Ugh.
I know we already spoke on Hunger Games, but I do feel like we need to talk about ballads separately.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Do you think it worked or didn't work?
I didn't like the movie.
Tell us why.
State your case. Stand up.
He's Tom Blythe.
Speaking of Tom
I
Blythe,
don't
my friend has a
know.
video of him in the flesh. Anyways.
And unfortunately, I do think a lot of it was the singing.
Oh, you're joking.
Oh, and that totally
I said
makes sense for
unfortunately.
you. You don't like the
I-
songs,
The
not even in The
whole
Hobbit.
movie?
I don't know. I
You're-
didn't love the movie.
You're
Can't
I mean, I like it because it's part of.
Can't
the
take
ho-
my humor. You're
I'll bring the news when I dance on my shoes when my body's
We
gone.
should-
I like her.
I listened to that unironically.
No,
it's
like,
good.
Are you
joking me?
No, that can't be the whole reason you don't like the movie.
It's not the whole reason.
right.
I don't know what to say other than I just didn't like that much. I like it because it's part of the Hunger Games world,
Yeah.
and I like the franchise.
I do think.
I liked the book a lot more,
Yes.
I agree.
and that's what I mean.
I'm aligned with that.
But the same
Like-
for the Hunger Games series.
Yeah.
I like the book.
Sure, the chasm is deeper
Gotcha.
on this book.
Okay.
I do feel the movie was a little slow paced.
It's
Yes.
slow paced, and you didn't get
It's
all the information that you need in the book to
It's because
make
it's the
things
inner dialogue moment.
to make things important and meaningful to
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right.
You don't get to have all of Snow's like
Yeah.
literal spiral
Which
and like
makes the
self
Yes.
Mhm.
his self justification. That's
I
hard.
almost wish they would have made him a narrator of
Yes.
the story
And I kind of
That would
agree.
be
as
great,
the
yeah.
movie was going, because then you were able to like see how crazy
Mhm.
he really
Exactly.
was.
And to be fair, so me and my mom went and watched this movie back to back nights.
Crazy.
Yeah, this is who we are. And she continually, both times after we watched it, she was like, "So like, why? Why was he like that at the end?"
Oh.
And I was like, if you didn't read the books, I understand how
Yeah.
that moment did not make sense
And
to
I
you.
do feel like that was a huge point of the book.
Right. Because she's like, why? My mom's not good at watching movies. She's known to fall asleep. And so, like, I think you can't be like that amazing of a movie if you can't translate to my mom.
Mhm.
Like, your point needs to be a little bit more explicit for to be like to reach the general audience.
Yeah.
But like at the end, she was just like, why would he shoot her? Like, I don't understand. Like, why would
Yeah.
he
yeah.
do that? And I was like, okay.
The whole part after the games in the book, there's so well,
It's
to your
so
point,
much.
It's so much, but in the movie, it's
Mhm.
like split second. I felt like
How do you guys
Yeah.
feel about movies? Because that movie too, I think this is a good example of movies that do well with so much star power. Because like their lead runners, I think Rachel had more star power than Tom. Like going into
For
the movie,
sure, yeah.
like people
Mhm.
knew about her.
I don't think it did well because of that. I think it's because it had the Hunger Games series behind it.
That's
Like
true,
the
but
fandom
like
was already there.
yeah, but like you know how people are like movies with a bunch of like celebrities do really poorly.
Right.
Like you're telling me you got Viola Davis, you got Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, that's true.
Like there are some names,
And
in
it wasn't
that
a bad movie though either. Like that's the thing is like it
Yeah.
wasn't a bad
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
But when you read the book
Yeah.
and it's so freaking good seeing how he thinks and how
Mhm.
crazy he is and you don't get that in the movie, it is kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
yeah.
When compared to the ancient texts,
Right.
it's
yeah.
never gonna
It's a bum.
never gonna level up.
But hey, I like the movie.
I did like the movie too. I don't think it was like horrible or like any.
No.
It does not fall in like the worst adaptation category at all. It was just like, I think again, I think where it hits home and why people always are like the book is better. It's because the emotional payoff that you get reading a book, going through this long journey, a 10-hour journey with this character. You're just never going to get that in an hour and a half or 2 hours. Like you're never ever going to get that. And so I think that's 100% like where this film falls in that category.
And I am not someone who will leave. If I'm going into a theater knowing that this was a book and I've read it, I'm expecting it to be worse than the book.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a whole like section of people that are like up in arms always about how the book is better. I'm like,
Well,
obviously
never.
it's better.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Did you guys
Books
ever
always gonna be better.
watch I Am Number 4 with Alex Pettyfer?
Actually,
course I did.
yeah.
Okay.
Of course I did.
So I watched that, became absolutely obsessed with that blonde man.
Me
I was
as
gonna
well.
say the
Me
blonde
as well.
man.
And proceeded to read like the entire series.
Right.
Great series. Books kept releasing. Too much time between. I gave up. I actually just donated those books. Rest in
Is that why you
peace.
are done with an incomplete series?
Yes,
Right.
because it just took
She
way
was
too
burned.
long. But Alex Pettyfer, he said after that movie, he will never do another book to movie adaptation ever
Ooh.
again because
The feedback.
the fans,
The fandom.
the fans make
Makes
it
sense.
so hard because at the end of the day, especially a book like that, that's a budget movie. And like,
Tough.
it's hard. I thought the movie was great personally,
I thought
but
it was
like
good too.
for people who like the books, there's just so much that's just not there.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Yeah.
he's like, I will never do it again.
Yeah. Not like to always bring up SJM because there's so many good authors and books out there. It's not all about her. I think this is important to talk about to me. That everyone obviously is wanting like an ACOTAR Throne of Glass movie series. And there have been some projects and they have died. But me,
She wants a
I do.
musical.
I only will see if it's on stage.
Resand in like riding boots.
He's tethered.
He's dancing through life.
Dancing through lifestyle.
He's lifted as
Going to the
his
most
feet go.
swankified place in town. To the Ozdas. That's what Emily wants. She loves songs.
Absolutely.
I do want it, and especially Throne of Glass.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
am very nervous about it.
For sure.
Mhm.
And because of Sarah's mind, can you imagine someone trying, and I assume this is why the projects keep dying. She's laid so many Easter eggs in all the books and series.
Mhm.
Like any type of, everything's important. So if you have a series like that and you're trying to translate it to a series or movie, it has to be so hard, especially if she wants to be involved, which she would.
Mhm.
Because I've heard that she's difficult to work with. And I just imagine that that's actually the reason because everything is important. You can't cut certain things out.
Mhm.
See, okay, here's my thought on that is that if it's going to be like a TV show, they should go just like the Star Wars route where they're doing like The Mandalorian, like offshoots that aren't technically written, but like
They're
side
fanfics.
stories,
Mhm.
like essentially.
I
But
agree.
I'm
I
also
hate that
thinking
crap.
of like,
But I love Mandalorian, but I hate that crap.
okay,
It feels like too much to keep up with.
Yeah.
fair enough. I think of the Harry Potter like TV show remake as well. I think that is the stupidest thing anyone has
I
ever
agree.
decided to do. They should do like a spin-off of like the Marauders.
No, for sure.
Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
Yeah.
I will say I didn't like Fantastic Beasts.
I liked it pretty okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
I just don't care because I don't like really spin off things.
yeah.
The purest of me.
I think SJM, the case of SJM,
Mhm.
give her 20 seasons on HBO Max. Let the woman cook.
Me?
Yeah.
I'll
I
watch
think-
20 seasons with 27 episodes per season. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even care.
And I would too. But in my brain, I'm like, well, realistically, ACOTAR could be movies. Each one could be like 3 hours. I would be sat. I'd be sat for like 3.5 hours, honestly. With my popcorn, I'd be happy.
Okay, Oppenheimer.
But then, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If that can be that long and people are sat,
Right.
the fans would go. ACOTAR could be movies. Throne of Glass has to be a TV
A
show.
show.
20
Has to.
seasons.
Absolutely.
Has to be.
You can't
I
fit
just-
everything. Every book would be like 3 movies.
Right.
I just wonder because there's so many cooks in the ACOTAR kitchen now, you know? Like,
What do you mean?
I mean, just like, yes, SJM, but like the amount of people you would be letting down if you mess that up.
The fans, you
Oh.
mean?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You got to have somebody that like has the grit and the
Mhm.
awareness of what they're getting into.
Right. But like, can you imagine how much money?
And that's what I'm saying. Grit and awareness.
Yeah.
What the payoff is going to be.
Right.
I'm not even talking about payoff. I'm talking about investment. Like, how much money you are going to need.
They're doing it for Rings of Power. They're doing it for
Mhm.
House of the Dragon. They're doing it for all this stuff.
Hey, and HBO, just know I'm fiending for a Sunday night watch right now. Like,
Yeah.
I said that to Emily. Like, I'm begging for a show, Throne of Glass, to be able to watch every Sunday night with my besties.
Yep.
Yeah.
I want to have a theme party.
Yep.
I want to sit and cry while we
Right.
watch it.
Right.
For years.
I want to
Yeah.
talk
For
about it on
years
Twitter.
and years and
Exactly.
years.
I want to be on Twitter immediately after.
Right.
And you know what? With a TV show, you do get a little bit more creative license.
Sure.
Because
We have more
you
time.
You have more time. You have
Mhm.
more things you need to fill.
Mm-hmm.
So
When does House of the Dragon come back?
next year.
And I wouldn't, if it was a Throne of Glass show, give me filler episodes. I don't care.
Right.
Right.
I'm
But
sad.
that's what you need for that.
Right.
For all the details that you pointed out,
Mhm.
are the
Right.
filler episodes that people are like, why is this a filler? And all the fans are like, oh my God, this is so important.
know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It appeals to both.
I'm
Right.
about it.
Hey, where do you guys think that the Twilight movies fall? Worked or didn't work?
It depend.
I'm not going to define it. Define it however you want to define it.
Success. Are you joking? Box office hits. Banger
Yeah.
after banger after banger.
That little dream, Carlisle getting beheaded.
Hey,
That-
they popped off with that.
That was
actually.
crazy.
I have a list of movies. It's like top 5. Like, where was I when I saw this?
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly where I was watching Breaking Dawn Part 2.
Me too.
I remember the exact
theater.
feeling. Right.
I
was
could-
like,
if I
midnight
walked into that
premiere.
theater, I
Midnight
could tell
premiere?
you.
Midnight premiere.
I had been there all day.
No,
I watched
right.
from the first movie to this one. Blankets. I was.
You had to
locked
reserve your.
in.
You couldn't reserve your seats, so you were lined up. You were queued
Yep.
up.
That's
Me
what
as
I'm
well.
saying.
Queued up all day.
Me, I was in the theater already because we were watching all day.
Right.
So we got in before.
Right. Me
Which
and my
is-
friends queued up. Queued up at 11:30.
100%.
Us as well.
The lobby, a buzz.
Yeah. Everyone, and they're
What a
like
time.
Team
I missed that.
Jacob, Team
Yeah.
Edward.
Right.
Yes.
Sure. The lanyards. The lanyards.
The lanyards.
Yes.
The
The vampire
pins.
teeth.
The tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I will never forget me. Also, my mom with me, who doesn't give 2 rips about this movie.
Oh.
And like the scene changes. I'm like all of a sudden in the person in front of me because, no reclining seats at the time.
Right.
I'm like in the person in front of me, like leaned over, locked in. That was the loudest theater I ever.
The
Carlisle's
audible
head.
Gas.
Yeah.
The fandom was about to
Yeah.
rage.
I have full body
Stephanie
chills.
Meyer, she was about to have to go into hiding.
Right.
Like,
And that was so fun of them.
I agree.
So fun. That was great because that wasn't in the books.
right.
And they're like, how do we surprise the fans?
That was great.
Yeah.
And they
That
got
was
rid of
so great.
all the bits of like Bella going to get a new passport and like meeting these people and like all that. And I'm like,
Oh,
good.
yeah.
That was boring.
Mm-hmm. I think I loved all of it. I loved the books. So then I loved the movies because I
Mhm.
loved it so much. But then at the end of the day, like, in my opinion, the books aren't good
Right.
and the movie's not good. But
Mhm.
you're there for a good time.
Yeah.
And both of them did that for me.
But
I
they
don't know,
felt good in the moment.
No,
it's
for
like
sure.
in retrospect, you're like, this is kind of trash. But when I was reading it, I was like,
I think the movies are, this is an adaptation where the movies are better than the book, like as a general whole, maybe outside the first one.
That's crazy to me. I don't think I agree with that, but
That's okay.
I could see it.
yeah.
Just
Maybe
'cause I
the
liked the
last
book
one.
so much.
Yeah.
I loved reading the books. The books were so fun. And I think like had I just finished reading the books, I'd say the books were better. But like as someone who continually rewatches the movies over and over again.
I
Yeah.
reread the books
That's so
this
much fun.
last fall.
Oh, that's
really?
right.
Yeah. And I feel like they're pretty accurate.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything that I was like, that they left out or.
I think New
They
Moon
don't
book
change.
was better than New Moon movie.
Agree.
Because you
Yeah.
get so much goodness out of Jacob
Mm-hmm.
and like realize that like he isn't really just gonna be thrown around.
Right. And there's no
Mhm.
reason to like Jacob in the movies aside
Yeah.
from it's Taylor Lautner.
Right.
Like, he doesn't
Yeah.
have enough development in the movies to care about him.
Right.
Yeah. And it's hard to like make a shapeshifter not cheesy
I agree.
with your eyeballs, right?
Yeah.
In a book, you're much more forgiving.
Yeah. I just
Mhm.
will never forget those behind the scenes.
No, the full morph suit, like
That's burned into my brain of
She's
Kristen
like
Stewart.
petting a
Oh.
man.
He said it warps.
She's like,
yeah.
I I know that happens all the time, but like at the time, it was like, what's going on
Right.
here? Yeah, I'll never forget that.
And you know what? Maybe she was a good actress. Maybe we need to give her flowers.
Yeah, Kristen.
Yeah.
She kept a straight face.
No, she did.
Right.
She did.
Dan Stevens, he is the Beast in the 2019 Beauty and the Beast, and his whole get up CGI'd, and he's like in like stilts, whatever. And he was really stressed. He's like, oh my God, like how are we supposed to like act for this movie if I'm supposed to be CGI'd for the entirety
Can
of
you
it?
imagine
Emma?
Gollum?
Oh,
Right.
Like
However,
having to interact with him.
I think I could probably interact with him because he
He
a
is Gollum.
crazy good actor. Yeah, like
Yeah.
he is.
And he's kind of weird.
Exactly. Like he has.
I like
I
that.
don't know that I could do it.
Well,
Do it.
No, I mean,
You know he says his name?
Oh, that's what I'm doing. Because I saw it last night. I watched 2 Towers.
You said that this morning, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, I like needed something to do. I needed to do something, and I was like, this is a perfect movie because I
Yeah.
love it, and I like won't get distracted.
Yeah. Do you guys remember The Great Gatsby though?
yeah.
Yes, the soundtrack.
Yeah, but that movie
In
was
a party.
horrendous.
That movie was crazy.
Yeah,
It's
that
Baz
was
Luhrmann. It's never gonna be biblically accurate. Nothing.
Right.
No, but like I think objectively the movie was bad.
Liked
Oh,
it.
insane.
I liked it.
I
The
love
generational
that
divide
movie.
is right here.
Yes.
Right
It's
here.
sentimental, connection or something.
Yeah,
I was like, what the heck?
I loved
Love
it. I
that
loved
movie.
it. I loved it.
2016 was a year for me.
Beyonce in that movie.
Jay-Z produced
That came
all
out
the
in
music.
2013.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
A little
I saw it
party
in
never
Chicago.
killed nobody.
Right.
No,
I loved it.
I
No
get
Church in the
ancient
Wild?
text, but
No Church in the Wild.
Come on.
I thought it
in
was
the
great.
ancient text, yes. The
Yeah.
movie was like, okay,
Yeah.
And
No,
I agree.
yeah.
interesting.
I think it was like a really
It
good
is an
take.
old person, young person thing.
Yeah, but now I'm like, why?
Well, I think like in the book, so I watched the movie and it prompted me to immediately go and read the book.
Well, that's
And so,
So you saw the film before you read the books?
yes.
Did you as well?
I think I read the book before in high school.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think the book focused a lot on the like eyes, like the eyes
Yeah.
watching them as they drive
Mhm.
through. And I love how like Baz portrayed that in the movie. Like, I just think like he just hyper accentuated
Right.
different things
Mhm.
It was campy.
rather than just like, it was campy.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was definitely campy.
And I think
Yeah.
that's what I like so much about
I
it.
agree.
That
I
makes
agree.
sense for you guys.
There is a unrelated to literally anything, but there's a line in there that Jordan says. She's like, I love large parties. They're so intimate. I think of that
I love that
all
too.
the
Yeah.
time. Anyways,
Cute.
you don't like it? So you didn't like the Leo.
No, I watched it once and I was like, I'll never see
Yeah,
that
I've
again.
only seen it once as well.
Wow.
I like Toby Maguire in it as well.
Yeah.
It was great.
I mean, it had a good cast.
Yeah,
No, for sure.
it had a lot of potential, I think, was the thing. And then I was like, oh, this fell flat.
It didn't feel like as old money as I wanted it
No,
to.
definitely not. And maybe that's the camp of it all that you guys
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Well, because that is like
Well,
such
he's also
the core
new
of the
money.
story,
Yeah.
though.
right.
Yes, but in an old money world, like
yeah.
that is the core of the story.
Yeah.
And it was like
Felt too
a
modern, I
caricature
guess.
of old
Yeah.
money, I think. Yeah.
Well, it was less flat, I guess. How
Yeah.
I feel about it. Whatever.
What about
it.
the Chronicles of Narnia?
I was sad because they kind of just like,
I know, which was really sad. I loved that big
The-
book. We had like all the collection in like one massive book.
Yeah.
I guess there's only 3 out.
I know, that's why I'm like, the ones that they made
The
were
ones
good.
they made. You liked them.
The first one.
I never saw.
I've never seen them. I know.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas
Yeah.
plans.
That's
Okay, great.
crazy.
That is insane. I loved the first one.
yeah.
Naturally.
They were like my family. They would read the books to me like when we would go to sleep. Loved the first one. Obviously obsessed with the second one. Imprinted on Ben Barnes, of course. Loved, and yeah, I thought the third one was fun because you meet the dragon,
Sure,
of
yeah.
course, which I thought was really cool. And like Reaper Cheap, and I like the third one.
Voyage of the Dawn Treader.
Yeah.
I think the movies are good. I think there's just like,
never
they
saw
didn't
them.
finish it. There's like weird gaps in between. Like,
Yeah.
it was just around it was weird.
It's
For sure.
hard because your actors grow up.
Right.
And like
Yeah.
Lucy needs to stay young.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's like, what are you
And
doing?
they didn't make them like on pace.
Exactly. And I
Yeah.
think that's why it was so important for the Percy Jackson series to make like a TV show and like whip them out.
Right.
Because,
You said you loved that movie. That movie was so bad.
well, I read the books now.
No, I know.
agree.
And you agree now.
Yeah. But like objectively, fun movie.
Fun movie. It is a Hannah coded movie.
Yeah.
You're like, adventure, we're going to Hades, we have to go to Vegas. Like,
Oh,
yes,
and
yes.
give me a Lotus cookie.
Give me the Lady Gaga in the casino.
yes,
Come
like-
on.
Like, give me the satyr dancing with the girlies at the
Right.
club. Like, I'm
So
in
funny.
it. Of course, Hannah
For
loved it.
sure.
That's such a
I
good movie.
loved
I
it.
remember though, Percy Jackson, I was upset that they like completely rewrote the way that he finds out that he's Poseidon's son.
Yeah.
That hurt my feelings so bad. I was like,
Yeah.
It was like inspired by the book.
yes. And I
Yeah.
think from that point on, I was like, this is different. Like, I
Right.
don't care. But I do. I like the movie's fun. I agree.
Yeah.
To
The
your
show
point.
has been great.
The show has been
Show-
lovely.
Loved it.
Yeah. Show is so
Season
good.
1 was good.
Oh,
Very biblically
How do you
accurate.
guys
Yes.
feel about there's all this discourse online because Rick Riordan rewrote one of the scenes that's not biblically accurate now, but he rewrote it.
Well, I think it's biblically accurate if he
Now.
rewrote it.
It's
He's the
just-
Bible.
I
He's
agree,
Jesus.
but like it doesn't reflect the text.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
a lot of
he-
people
yeah.
are really upset about that.
Is it
Sure.
like one of those things where Greta Gerwig situation where like you're rewriting something to
No, I think
capture a new audience, or he was just like, I don't like it, we're changing it.
I think it was that.
But like
well, then
he
period.
is him.
Yeah.
So he can.
I agree.
Then maybe that was the way it always should have been. And now with
Right.
the hindsight, hindsight's always 2020. You know what I mean?
You got the
and
arc.
he
You got the
had the
arc, and now he
opportunity to
rewrote.
change it. Yeah, he had the opportunity to let me take it.
Right.
I'm gonna make it better.
Love
Okay,
it.
you're the one.
Right.
These characters belong to you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm watching this because of you. So
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. I feel like you have.
yeah,
People are upset because it's not what they.
for
No.
sure.
Right.
It's not what they fell in love with.
Yeah.
I get it.
And unfortunately, I do think we have to speak about It Ends With Us because it's like the most ridiculous fail
Right.
in recent history when it comes to
Yikes.
book to movie adaptation.
How much? Let's see how much that movie made though.
I'm sure it did pretty well with all the.
You said, have you read it?
No,
It Ends With Us? You
No.
read it?
I only saw the film.
You read it? You read
No.
it? No. Okay.
You're the
I
only
didn't
one that
read
read
it.
it.
Not
Yeah.
a Colleen Hoover girl at
Let's see.
all.
Right, me
And
neither.
that book told me I wasn't a Colleen Hoover
Haven't read a
girl.
single.
No need to. If I were to ever pick up a Colleen Hoover book again, it would be Verity. But I had someone tell me the entire plot, so it's like,
Okay.
I'm good.
It grossed 351 million worldwide.
That doesn't feel like a lot.
But
I
also,
agree.
It was bad.
Yeah,
I
okay,
agree.
So like, what do you think was?
A lot of the scenes were different and rewritten, I will say,
Mm.
than like in the book.
Right. Because
So
Blake Lively rewrote them.
yeah,
Right.
and Ryan.
Is this book
Ryan Reynolds.
considered? I know it's not really, but is it considered like a romance book?
I think it's in the romance
It is.
section, which is crazy. It's about
Yeah.
domestic abuse.
Right.
Yeah, it's a red herring for
Hence
romance.
The issue with Colleen
Yeah.
Hoover.
I feel like that is common with romance books, that the movies and books are like almost not even the same.
Agree. Well, romance
Which
books
is
typically need like fluff
Right, because they're boring.
Right.
Sorry.
because there's just not enough going on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure. I think People Who Meet on Vacation will be fun.
Oh, same. That'll be a
fun
great one.
Um,
That comes out
just
soon.
Yeah, just because they're traveling everywhere
Mhm.
and like there's just so much you can do there.
Mhm.
But It Ends With Us, an epic fail, and that's a personnel problem because it
yeah.
had the backing. It
And
had,
it had the
people.
potential too.
And Colleen was involved as well.
Right.
Right. Like it could have been
But Colleen,
an impactful story to tell. Important.
That one.
impactful. And instead it turned into
Grab your
alas,
girlfriends.
a rom-com and then also all of this drama.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. The best decision they made on that set was in the book, there are pages on pages, her diary entries of her writing to Ellen DeGeneres. Okay. And all I'm
What?
saying is that thank God that wasn't in the show. They
Excuse
just made
me?
like they just made like a allusion to like that
I
she
want
did
to
that
laugh.
with Ellen.
So
being on the
in the
screen.
actual book,
like in the actual book, it
she is
says,
writing to
Dear
Dory.
Ellen. Na, 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 na. Yeah.
Why?
What's she telling Ellen?
Because she would come home and watch like Ellen after
Mhm.
school, and Ellen would like read the
Yeah.
things, and so she just like personified her diary as Ellen,
I see.
just to have like someone to talk to,
I gotcha.
Got it.
more
Okay.
like
That seems
conversationally.
less weird than what
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
thinking.
And it's like her talking
Sending
about
her
like the
letters.
homeless boy
Yeah.
next door,
Right.
and like
Got it.
Okay.
Right.
So.
Well, yeah.
An absolute crap show.
I feel like it's gotten to the point where the drama that happened on set and like is happening after the movie has surpassed even like the overarching theme or like the importance of the film itself.
Right.
Which like that sucks.
It does suck. And the marketing did that too, though.
Yeah. Don't think you can take a story that's primarily about domestic violence and like women's agency and all those things and like try to market it as something that's like a rom-com.
Well, and I do think like I don't read Colleen Hoover books either, but a lot of people choose not to read her books because she does things like that a lot. Like she had a fingernail polish line from It Ends With Us. And people were like, "What are you this is about domestic violence. Why are you releasing a fingernail polish line?"
Oh,
like
right.
it's just like some tone deaf things that feel like she's just trying to make money.
Yeah.
So people are like, "I'm out on this."
Yeah, that's messed up.
a lot of her books center around like tragedy too.
Well, but isn't it? It was like reflective of her life, no?
I don't think so.
It says the story was inspired by Hoover's personal experience as a child growing up in a household with domestic violence.
Oh.
I thought she had like some personal connection to
Gotcha.
it, but
Well,
which is a bum.
The best parts of the film, I
Yeah.
will say, were the ones with the kids,
Mm-hmm.
like the flashbacks.
Yeah,
Oh,
of
yeah,
them
yeah,
growing
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sure.
Let's talk about the future of adaptations, things that we know are coming, such as
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games.
Sunrise
There's
on the Reaping,
Sunrise
Fourth
Reaping.
Wing.
Fourth Wing. There's a book called Deep Cuts that I haven't read yet, but I want to so badly. And that I think is gonna be a movie. It's about music. A love story set against the backdrop of the early 2000s music scene. A story follows Percy, a music enthusiast, and Joe, a musician, as they navigate a complex relationship fueled by their shared passion for music and creative collaboration. The novel explores themes of talent, obsession, belonging, need to be heard, strong emphasis between emotional, creative, and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, how fun.
Saoirse
I-
Ronan, Austin Butler.
Yes.
Yes.
I will be watching
Got
that.
it.
Yeah.
And we should read it.
Yeah, that
As
sounds so
well.
fun.
Yeah, Deep Cuts.
Obviously, Sunrise on the Reaping.
Sunrise of the Reaping, Wuthering Heights. That was gonna be
Wuthering
fire.
Heights.
So
The
excited.
Odyssey, y'all.
The
I have
Odyssey.
nothing to say about it at this point because
I'll
what
watch
he's given us
anything.
was.
I'll watch it.
I'll watch Christopher Nolan anything.
Right.
Wait.
I think I'll try not
Circling
to,
back
honestly.
to Wuthering Heights, they did a screening here in Grapevine, Texas.
What?
Which I don't know why this keeps happening and I'm not invited.
Right.
Yeah, how do we find out about those?
I don't know, but they did a screening here. It's the director who did Saltburn. So I don't know if y'all saw Saltburn.
Mhm.
So already it's an interesting take because this
Yeah.
director is like known for wanting to lean into the uncomfortable.
Right.
And so like
As
everyone-
you should for this book, though.
not in the way that it should be is what I understand.
Oh, he just likes wow, shocking moments.
Yeah. And so like
Predator.
I have
Sorry.
interesting takes. Everyone that came from that screening was like,
Oh.
I don't know, because like the sex scenes were weird and like weirdly drawn out, and like they were saying that like the Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi don't have like enough connection or chemistry to their character because it's just so like kind of out of context. So
Interesting.
I'm interested. I'm gonna see what's
Yeah.
happening.
We'll see
for
how
sure.
it goes.
You know what adaptation I keep thinking about, and I keep trying to make a joke about it, but I can't get there. Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, the
Like
Baz
Leo?
one. The Baz one.
Leo.
Yeah.
Love the Baz
Yeah.
Luhrmann. Oh, that's a perfect movie
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
No notes.
Yeah. Claire Danes.
Yeah.
I'm locked
Fair
in.
names.
Yeah.
The
I
other-
like a retelling.
Yeah, that's
is,
more of a
like,
retelling.
thing.
Yeah,
absolutely.
for sure.
I like a retelling.
It also
always.
takes the pressure off of this has to be biblically accurate
Yeah.
for the fandom. It's like
Shakespeare.
No.
And it's one of those things where like it's been done so many times. Like
Right.
just do whatever.
Sydney
Um,
White.
One that I was obsessed with as a kid was To Kill a Mockingbird with Gregory Peck.
Mhm.
Oh my god, I loved that movie.
Mhm.
Loved it. I watched it too many times because I love Gregory Peck. But the future,
Yeah, retellings.
we're probably gonna get a remake of To Kill a Mockingbird. That seems like
Sooner
something
or
that'll
later.
happen.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know when Fourth Wing comes out.
I feel like years, maybe like 2-3 years.
I don't think it'll be that long.
Really?
Yeah, the way they're like, once she started cranking out books for this fandom and they saw people going crazy, I think maybe not.
It's
I
a
would think, like,
show.
yeah, they're turning it into a show. Amazon.
Oh, then maybe I would give it 2 years. like including this
We'll
one.
have an
That's
announcement
fair.
next year.
Yeah. I could see that.
Like a cast list.
Yeah. And I'll watch it, but I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I don't know if I don't have any expectations for it. Actually.
Same.
I feel like nowadays people are kind of scared of a book to movie adaptation.
Right.
Like The Hunger Games is just cash in the bank.
But I feel like they're happening so often.
I feel like they're doing more remakes and like sequels than they are book to adaptations.
I think for a long time, people like used books for movies. And I think that people are still doing it, but now we're seeing more of like the very popular sensationalized ones coming.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference than like, oh, this is a beautiful book.
Mm-hmm.
A Wuthering Heights, whatever, you know what I mean? Like that people always use. And sometimes you'll never know it was a book because you're like, oh, that was a beautiful movie.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the difference.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all have ever seen Oh Brother, Where Art Thou with George Clooney. That is an Odyssey retelling. And
That
I
sounds
love
really
telling
familiar,
people
yeah.
that because that movie is cuckoo crazy.
You guys seen She's a Man?
Yeah,
Anyway.
Clueless. Clueless. Y'all know about Clueless. Y'all know
Yeah.
about 10 Things I Hate About You. Taming of the
Right.
Shrew. No, and that was a great era of film
I
as
know.
well.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Yeah.
And hey, please drop your most loved adaptations in the comments and most hated.
Yeah.
My Oxford Year is a book.
Yeah.
That is a book.
Oh.
I will never read it.
Weeping over it.
Me Before You, also a book.
Magnolia Parks is
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
is gonna be a TV show as
Oh,
well.
that's
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 gonna
gonna be great.
This
Horrendous.
couch.
And you'll watch it.
It'll probably be a good show.
Yeah, it will
like
be a good
Gossip Girl
show.
was
It'll-
books.
Yes.
It'll be
Oh,
so
Gossip
good.
Girl was books.
Uh-huh.
I
And based
forgot
on
all
the
about
comments,
that.
is it going to be AI generated? Probably.
Right,
Mm.
for sure.
Right.
For sure.
Okay. I think we kind of spoke on it, but I say that, but I think it's just because I know everybody's answer.
Oh, right.
If the Hollywood producer
Mhm.
came to you today and was like, you choose one adaptation today, show or movie, what would you do?
Throne of Glass, obviously.
Me as well. Throne of Glass.
Throne of Glass, yeah.
Like, yeah, that's my answer, but I want to choose something different.
Right. it's
Because
gonna
you
be
have to be
different.
different.
Well, because I was just trying to go for the diversity.
Sure.
But whatever, Throne of Glass, yeah.
Yeah.
I do. Okay, I think this one would be. It would have to be a movie. But the I Have Never Known Men, I feel like it'd be a really, really weird movie.
Mm.
That'd be
Oh, yeah.
fantastic. And I feel like it's so mysterious. It's so weird. And I feel like the book doesn't have enough substance to like translate it into film, which I think is why it would actually make a great movie. Because then somebody could like
Could
kind of
add to
add
it.
the context that it's
Yeah.
missing.
We didn't talk about Normal People.
Normal People was fantastic. That was a fantastic show. Word for
Oh,
word.
Yeah, I didn't watch the show.
The word
Yeah, me too.
show was fantastic. Literally, that was probably the first show I've ever seen that I felt like from a book that they literally didn't change a single thing.
Yeah,
That was crazy. It was like I was watching the chapters I was reading.
that's crazy.
I've always thought Divine Rivals would be a very pretty
Future.
Beautiful.
future.
I forgot to add that to
Yes.
the list. Yeah, they are making Divine Rivals.
Yeah. Movie.
Film. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't remember if it was TV show or
Yeah.
movie. I think it is a movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Oh, I'm so excited.
Are they doing
That's gonna
both
be
of
so
them in
good.
one movie?
new? I mean,
great.
what they announced was Divine Rivals, so I'm assuming no.
That's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch
Yeah.
that.
I'm trying not to think about it too much because I have like in my head it's like sepia toned, you know? Like
Yeah.
It's like old war tone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's going to be awesome.
We
yeah,
have
we
a lot of
good.
things to look forward to.
we do.
And I'm basically watching Sunrise on the Reaping on my TikTok FYP, so
Right. Right.
can't wait for that either.
For sure. For sure.
Love ya.
Love ya.
Get booked.
Get booked.